It would rank as the ultimate commuter frustration, missing a flight when it's clearly not your fault. But 9 News has discovered that Sydney Trains, for the first time, has started paying out to some of those most affected.
So far, it's only a trickle, but a window to payments has opened.
When you've got these tragic stories where people have actually lost a lot of money, we have offered them some in return.
But the Sydney Trains boss is adamant these payments are goodwill and nothing more.
There is no compensation policy.
Curiously, it was the Transport Minister who tipped off 9 News about the payments in a recent interview.
If there are odd occasions where people are incredibly disrupted on the train network, Howard Collins steps in. He might assist if someone's missed a flight.
That prompted us to lodge a Freedom of Information request. Documents show Sydney Trains paid out $4,421 in the past financial year to 12 customers whose flights were disrupted. But in the 3 months to October this year, another 12 were paid $3,812. One outage that triggered payments was on August 23. A train breakdown caused peak hour chaos. Another was New Year's Eve when travellers were stranded. The Premier then said no to compensation.
That's not currently in our plans, no.
Sydney Trains has not promoted this compensation scheme, but overseas there are similar arrangements. In London, for example, where there's a rail ombudsman, they can pay out a maximum of more than $5,000. Howard Collins, the ex-London Underground boss, knows the UK system. Some companies there will pay if your train is more than 15 minutes late.
I think they've almost been forced to because of the poor performance of some of these organisations.
Here, commuters have different feelings about whether compensation should be paid.
I think compensation becomes a bit of an open-ended problem.
I'm a teacher and I always teach my kids to plan ahead, so really you should be catching trains well in advance.
People can't afford to pay for airfares and not use the plane that they're on and then pay again, and that's not right.
Ross Greenwood, 9 News.